Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tronage, and today we're going to be talking about Quadbox for the month of December 2018. This is the absolute last mystery box that we are going to open for the year of 2018. I'm super excited. Want to see what's inside? Stick around. Alright guys, it is cold out. New Year's is literally a couple of days away, and we got ourselves a quad box to open. This will be the final mystery box that we open, and I'm so excited. I'm really hoping that quad box basically knocks it out of the park. They've been doing really strong with their value, and I'm just thinking, you know what, for this holiday season, if they put like a little something extra, you know what I'm saying? Like a little happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrate. A little extra would have been great. But before we get into opening this, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, slam that bell icon. It just lets you know when I post new content. It makes it easy to find, and it really just helps support the channel. So I really appreciate if you do that. Now, let's get into this. What we're going to do, you're going to come in close. I'm going to unbox it, give you my thoughts, and then we're going to do a little bit of a cost analysis to see really is the value there or not. So, come on in, let's get it done. All right, we got our quad box ready to go. We got our knife ready to go. It's hiding on the side, so let's get to this. Flip it over. Going to cut our seal here. Okay. Little pre-open on that flap so I can get a grip on it. Flip over, and here it is. So as always, they got the little packing list that I tossed to the side because I don't want to be surprise blown. All right, so we have a sticker sheet, it looks like here. With, oh, that's cool. That's really cool. So we got like a little bit of everything going on, but I'm kind of liking the Garbage Pail Kid reference over here. But some cool stickers nonetheless. So some sort of encrypted hard drive thing with a coupon code for Quadbox people. So if you're into encrypted hard drives and stuff, then here's a coupon code for you. Wowee. Okay, so let's go for props first. There's a lot of stuff in here. Okay, so we got props here. We got Hurricane design for racing. Clear purple durable. Designed for freestyle. 5140. What? I mean, they're Gemfan props. And it says 51. I mean, here, you can look at it. It says 51499-3. So I'm guessing it's a 5.1 inch prop with a 49.9 degree pitch would be my guess, which is like, why didn't you just go that extra notch and be just be a 5150? Maybe to be a little different, but I'm really digging this color. I mean, I don't know if you can see this color on the screen, but oh my goodness gracious. That is just such a color. It is like a deep emerald purplish color. Really digging that color. All right, so 3 packs of those. 1, 2, and 3. We have, what's our tool here? We have a 2.0 millimeter driver. Look familiar? I'll tell you one thing. It doesn't say something here. Awesome. So we got 4 little things here. What are these 4 little things? So we have a motor, ladies and gentlemen. Not just one motor. 4 motors. There's one over here too that you can't really see, but it's there. And what are they? They're your Hypetrains, baby. Hypetrain Blaster V1s 2207, 2450 kV. That is freaking awesome. In terms of you can see it, that is what I call awesome. 4 Hypetrain Blaster motors. How do you go wrong with that in your box? Come on, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got sticking over here? Oh, oh wow, they must have been talking. Basically, we got another earbud. We're like earbud central here for the end of the year. Drone Drop gave us the Mr. Steel earbud. Quadbox is giving us an earbud. A lot of people dropping the earbuds this season. That's freaking cool. And what's nice about this one, I'm noticing, it's got a nice volume control built right in. That's huge. Especially if you don't have a volume already on your goggles. Like if you're using the Omway V1s, you don't have a volume. They've got you covered. All right. Anything else? Just the shirt? All right. Now the big reveal for the shirt. That's a freaking awesome shirt. We've all been there. We've all done it. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'll walk you through it. You got the guy here flying, and you got your quad up here, and you got a whole mess of scraggle. Yeah. That's basically what we end up with here in the Northeast this time of year. Lots of scraggle and lots of that. The real fun is when you finally do get it to fall out and you try to catch it and you end up hitting yourself on the head or something else. But anyway, all right, so enough about that. We have a shirt to recap. Shirt. We have 3 sets of props. 1, 2, 3. We have the earbud. We have the 4, count them 4, Hypetrain Blaster motors. We have a sticker sheet, and we had the coupon code for the hard drive thing. All right, let's run some numbers, see what we got. All right, the numbers are in, and here you go. And I like putting them on the right hand of the screen like I did with the drone drop so much. I'm doing it again in this video as well. So let's go through these items and take a look at it. So first is these, the Gemfan Hurricane props. And I always say, I love getting props. You don't want to fly with crappy props. It can cause us lots of problems. After you have a couple crashes or something's just bent out of place, switch it out. Don't be cheap. It's only a couple bucks to switch out a prop, but I see people like flying these mangled props. But what I like about these is the design of them. It kind of is like almost a Dow Cyclone and a HQ prop had a baby. It's kind of like the way they look almost. And I'm really digging how like rich this color is too, and how like, I don't know. I'm digging them on the way they look physically. So I'll have to try them out and see how they fly, but they look like they'll be pretty darn sweet. So I'm pretty impressed with those. And that brings us to FPVEarbuds.com. This is a pretty cool item. This guy's been building these earbuds for a very long time. I think one of the first earbuds that I ever bought came from him. And, it's definitely cool stuff. And it's handmade stuff is what I'm trying to get at here, is that you need to support the small people, the small companies, and the small people trying to do things, because that's where some really cool things can happen. Once they get some interest going, who knows what can come from that. When you have these big businesses, I feel like they're only worrying about making that, that bottom dollar, while with the smaller companies, I don't know. I just feel like it's really a good investment to help support the smaller companies trying to innovate and do things for our hobby. And that brings us to the Hex Driver. So as I was saying earlier, this looks very familiar, doesn't it? Except it doesn't have a name stamped on the other side. What name would that be? Well, it would be Team Black Sheep, but shh, don't tell anyone. This was the set that in one of my reviews a long time ago, I mentioned that you could get these. They're on Amazon. The full set of all 4 of them is something like 11 or 12 bucks. And it's by a company called Neewer or something like that. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to get the full set of these things. But they're super cheap, compared to the cost of the Team Black Sheep ones. And it's the same item. So why not? Next up is the freaking amazing centerpiece of this box. These Hypetrain Blaster motors. I mean, come on. There is $107 worth of motors here in my hand. The box only cost $40 plus, like 10 bucks to ship it. Or if you're a one-time purchaser, 50 bucks. This is like a no-brainer to get yourself these motors. So what's really cool about these motors is they come with what they're calling the Fly Hard replacement program, which on the surface you kind of think, oh, if I break something, they just replace it. Well, kind of. So slow down a minute here, because this is the part that's important. They don't just give you a free replacement, they give you a discounted replacement. The concept being that some people may not buy these motors, not because they're not a good motor, but because if they break, then I have to spend a lot of money to then replace it. Guilty, right here. That's why I typically fly a DYS Banggood motor, because they're about a $10 motor, and if I break it, I spend another $10 to fix it. These motors retail for about $27. So if I break a $27 motor, it means I have to then replace it with a $27 motor, and that can get expensive very quickly. So that's why I shy away from the premium motors, because I'm afraid of having to spend money to replace them. And that's why they invented this program, to try to get people to buy the more premium motors. Now, the way it works is very simple. Each of these motors will have a serial number on the bottom of it. As well, you need to have proof of purchase, essentially a screenshot of a digital receipt that you purchased it online, or a physical receipt if you bought it, like I guess in a hobby store or something. But essentially you have to show proof of purchase, as well a photo of the motor showing the serial number on it. With that information, you file a claim, they give you a coupon code, and then you can redeem that coupon code online to then purchase it and get the replacement price, which on the website looks to be about $9.95. So it's about $10. So ultimately, for someone like myself, these are a perfect choice, because you spend a little bit up front, but then if you break something and you have to replace it, you're spending the same amount as you would have had to replace a Banggood. So after a couple times breaking the motor, then you're kind of like paid for itself, if that kind of makes sense, because you're on the premium motor, but you're paying the, lower end price. So the websites that you can redeem these codes for, and basically where you have to purchase the motors from, are Rotor Riot Store, Race Day Quads, Get FPV, Flying Machines, Drone FPV Racer, or Hobby RC. That's where you have to make your purchases from to redeem these coupons to get the warranty replacement or Fly Hard replacement or whatever you want to call it. So the only thing I found a little weird, though, was how they define a start and an end of the program. Obviously, the start is now, but this replacement program is only valid on blaster motors that are purchased from now until June 20th, 2019. After which they will not be eligible for this replacement program anymore. And then there's an actual end to the replacement program, which would be October 20th, 2019. So after October 20th, 2019, they won't replace the motors further. So I'm not sure why, or what the reasoning is behind that, but I just found that a little weird that you're offering a replacement plan program, but you're defining from now until a certain time are the products eligible, and then after this point, it's done. Just seems a little, not sure how I feel about it, but the fact that it exists at all is still a really cool thing, because now I know I can throw these motors on a quad, beat the heck out of them, and oh, I broke something? No problem. I just spent $10 and boom, I get another motor, just as if I broke any of my other cheaper motors. But now I'm flying a Hypetrain Blaster motor, so I think that's really cool. And lastly, this shirt. I think this shirt is hysterical as far as what it has on it, what it is. I mean, it's really cool. I also kind of noticed that it's got a silhouette of a quad. You can see like the props kind of in the background, and then there's like also like the tree going on and stuff. But I'm not sure if it's a pilot shirt. Like I don't see any names on it. I don't recognize anything like on it that looks like it's just a tree with a quad stuck in it. So I don't know if that's like an actual pilot trademark kind of a thing. Maybe it's more of a cryptic message. Maybe there's like a symbol in there I'm not noticing right away. But if this is a pilot shirt and you know which pilot this shirt is for, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'd love to know, who the pilot is. But regardless, I still think it's a really cool shirt, and it basically sums up wintertime flying, at least for someone like me who lives in the Northeast area this time of year. when all is said and done, look at that bottom number. Over the cost of the box, the value in this thing is $100, give or take, depending on whether you're a subscriber or a one-time purchase. I mean, that is some mega value. I don't think any of these mystery boxes ever had that much value where it was over for a subscription, over $100 of value in there. I mean, like I said, this right here, these motors are $107 to buy these 4 motors, and they're in this $40 quad box. Thank you, Quad Box, for a Christmas gift of some wonderment here, and I'll bet you made every single person who has this box really super happy that they got these motors in their box, because I know I certainly am, and I'm certainly happy that the value of this box, come on, how are you not? Speaking of value, now let's compare to Drone Drop. So if you're new around here, essentially what I've been doing is I subscribed to both of these since February of this year. So since February, I've been keeping track of how much value over the cost of the box I've been receiving, and I've been totaling them up as we go along. And this chart here is basically showing how much extra value have I gotten throughout, this time since February. And the ones marked in green are the ones that have the higher number, just so they're obvious to see. And clearly the winner here is Quad Box. Quad Box is knocking it out of the park. We're over $100 value more. So, given the choice, if value is the single thing that's important to you, Quad Box is where it's at. They give so much more value for their products that it blows my mind how they do it. Now, if you want a more consistent what you're going to get, or at least have an idea it's going to be, Team Black Sheep or Ethics or some of their affiliates, then Drone Drop is going to be what you want, because it's not as big of a surprise. You're not going to get this random who knows thing. But the value is a little bit weaker when it comes, on average. So the choice is yours. Some people like one, some people like others. Some people like myself subscribe to both. And full disclosure, I'm not paid to say any of this. I subscribe to these with my own money. I reach in my pocket, pull out my credit card, and I pay for them. I'm not giving them for free. I'm not giving any kind of special treatment or anything like that. I'm just some guy who likes to make videos and unbox some stuff and have a good old time. And if you haven't yet and you're still here, smash that subscribe button, why don't you? Come on. You want to. This is the type of thing we do. We do a little unboxing, we have a little chat, we talk about value, and then we have some comments, and we do have some discussions down below in the comments. So hit that subscribe button. I hope at least I was able to provide you some content that's of worth. So as always, my name is Tronage. Fly strong.